Every creation is made out of frequencies. 8 billion people are manifestation of their own frequency. Can you become some other frequency? You can, provided you leave this frequency. Then you have to evolve from this frequency to another. You can fall into the frequency of negativity or fall into the frequency of positivity. Everything is your option now because you are living. Only if you know yourself, you can love yourself. That's why I'm telling you all this. If you start hating yourself, it simply means you have not understood yourself. Recognizing everybody as life, different frequencies, multi-dimensional, great possibility, you will start respecting yourself. You're not ordinary. There's nobody like you. Our orientation is connected to our nature, personal nature. That is how we are. That nature has a different thing. What is the core of our personal nature? Frequency. Everything in the world, every creation is made out of frequencies, or behind every creation is a particular frequency, particular vibratory level. That's not the same between each other. There are numerous creations in the world. They are all manifestation of some frequency. We have 8 billion people out there. 8 billion people are manifestation of their own frequency. It's not the same. So, when we try to uniformize all the frequencies, we fail. That's why sometimes we have no contentment, we have no satisfaction. We have no satisfaction because we are trying to become somebody else, some other frequency. Can you? Can you become some other frequency? You can, provided you leave this frequency. Originally, you are one frequency, then you have to evolve from this frequency to another. Example, imagine a person has the frequency of selfishness, insecurity. Suddenly, the person becomes generous and kind. Opposite of selfishness, opposite of greed. Generous and kind. Suddenly, his frequency changes. Different frequency. That is possible. That's possible. That's why we are talking spirituality. How can you ensure a transition from the anger, hatred, jealousy, greed, ownership frequency to that of compassion and kindness? Understand the subtle inside you. Understand who you actually are. Who are you actually? The energy that's activating the personality. We only recognize the personality. We only recognize the activated reality. But what is activating this reality? Do we ever think? Do we ever connect? We don't. That's where the gap is. We only look at the personality, the name. The name is given to a particular frequency. That is how we have 330 million deities in the Hindu system. They are all names given to frequencies. How do you remember a frequency if you don't give a name? So every frequency is given a name, and that name represents that frequency, but the name is not containing the frequency. Understand the difference here. The name represents a frequency, but the name cannot hold that frequency. Do you understand? Because name is too small to actually explain. Like, for example, I'm having honey. Imagine I'm eating honey. So Mirella is asking, what is the taste of honey? I'm trying to explain. If I say sweet, it's just sweet, it's general. But I'm trying to explain in words how honey tastes like. You will say that, oh, I understood. But what did you understand? Only an idea, right? Only a belief that this is what it is. But I give you one taste of honey. There is no need for any word. So, an explanation or a name connected to a frequency does not fully represent the frequency. You are only trying to figure out or identify a frequency. That's all. Nothing else. Then why are these names given? Because how do you tell there is a frequency like this? How do you tell somebody there is a frequency called Lord Krishna? If there is no name, Lord Krishna has thousands of names because he has thousands of dimensions. Like that, whoever has many dimensions will be given many names because each name is a representation of a frequency. Many people are multidimensional. They've been given different names. So everything has a name, but the name cannot hold that thing. That is why we have a prayer in Upanishad. Lord, forgive me because I thought you are limited. I thought you are limited. I tried to contain you in a name, in a form, and a place, but you existed everywhere. You never got confined to a name, to a form, or a place. You are beyond all that. So please forgive me. I never understood you. This is the prayer to God. So what do you understand from this? That every frequency exists. Human beings are trying to identify a frequency with a name and a structure and a form. In other words, we are all walking frequencies. We are all living frequencies. But we are identified as a personality. What is projecting this personality? A particular frequency. But are you just one frequency? No. You have inside different organs which makes you. Each organ is a frequency. Your heart has a frequency, lungs have another frequency, stomach has another, pancreas, kidneys, intestines, everything has different frequencies. They all come together and created you as a particular being. So there is a collective frequency and there are individual frequencies in each. That is why we should never ever think of somebody as low or somebody as high. All are creations, all have relevance, all are frequencies, all have space, like that. So now emotions. Anger is a particular frequency. Love is another frequency. Kindness is another frequency. All are different frequencies. Everything are frequencies. So this is very important to understand. First, I told you about nature. Now I told you about your nature. This much is clear. Only if you know yourself, you can love yourself. That's why I'm telling you all this. Otherwise, you will only talk about what you don't have and you hate yourself. What you don't have is not important. What you do not have is not important. What you have is important. What is the most important thing that you have in life? Life itself. Life you're living today. That's the most important thing. If you're not living today, we don't have to talk about anything. So first, what you should value is your own life. Hey, I'm living today. What does that mean, living today? You have thousands of possibilities. You can fall into the frequency of negativity or fall into the frequency of positivity. You can talk about what you don't have or you can talk about what is possible. So everything is your option now because you are living. And when you start experiencing that possibility frequency, then you will start exploring yourself deeper and deeper. No situation, no time, no space, nothing can bind you then. Nothing can bind you. So recognizing everybody as life, different frequencies, multi-dimensional, great possibility, you will start respecting yourself. You are not ordinary. You are not ordinary. There's nobody like you. So if you start hating yourself, it simply means you have not understood yourself. If you really understood yourself, you can never hate yourself because you will see how beautiful the creation called you is. So many frequencies assembled, so many things put together, made you so that you can experience life. Life can give you pain or pleasure. But that you can't help it. Life is like that. What is pain for you? Something which you don't accept. What is pleasure? Something which you accept. That's simple it is. So if you look at life as experiences, and if you say, okay, pain or pleasure, no problem, nothing stays. They come and they go. And when you carry pain for a long time, then it's a burden. But we don't carry pleasure for a long time. When we have pleasure, okay, no problem. No problem. But while we have pleasure, also we think, oh, there could be pain later. You see? So that gives you the burden that you can't experience the pleasure. So we constantly put burden on our head.